and call it bravery. I thought lots of people hitchhiked here. Oh, not too many, she said. Not anymore. Everywhere is dangerous these days. Would you have a pear? Help yourself to a nashi. I have loads of them, a special at the grocery. She told me about her 11-year-old son, an accident she'd made in her 20s. And I ate a pear with the juice going everywhere. But she was only going to Papakura, so she let me out by a petrol station not far down the highway. Don't you let any blokes pick you up, you hear? If one stops, you just let him keep going. We're always keeping an eye out, other women, you know. Another will stop for you soon enough. I said I would, but I knew I wouldn't take her advice, because I can never manage to reject anyone's offer of anything. This was one of the only things about myself of which I was certain. For a while there were no cars to show my thumb to, but I kept standing there, not even having an appropriate curiosity about this new country. A boring little mountain, a plain blue lake, a gas station, the same as ours, only slightly not. The skin on my lips was drying, and I thought about how all the cells on every body are on their way to a total lack of moisture. And everyone alive has that thought all the time, but almost no one says it, and no one says it because they don't really think that thought. They just have it, like they have toes, like most people have toes. And the knowledge that we're all drying up is what presses the gas pedal in all the cars people drive away from where they are. Which reminded me that I wasn't going anywhere, and I noticed that many cars had passed, but none had stopped, or even slowed. And I began to wonder about what would happen if no one took me, if the first woman had been a fluke, and hitchhiking had been left in the 70s with other now dangerous things. Lead paint, certain plastics, free love. And I was going to be stuck here forever, watching no cars drive by, thinking about my cells all helpless to their drying. I decided to try to look happy because I thought someone might be more inclined to pick up someone who was happy. I am happy, I told myself. I am a happy person. I opened my eyes more than was necessary and hoped this would convey my happiness to the cars, but they kept passing. One honked as if to say, no. My arm stayed out for a long time, and my elbow ached at the spot where they'd always taken the blood, and I became so accustomed to the passing cars that I forgot that the point of all this was for me to get into a car and go somewhere. But nothing was following anything else. One car would pass, then another. But all the cars came and went alone. And I was here. And nothing had followed me. I was a human non sequitur, senseless and misplaced. A bad joke, a joke with no place to land. The sky was a good sky color, and the air was healthy feeling. And maybe this was the kind of day that reminded all those drivers that days are a finite resource, and it's best to protect the ones you have. This kind of day doesn't want you to dare it, doesn't want you to flip a coin, doesn't want you to pick up a stranger off the side of the road. But eventually that first woman was proven right. It was the women who stopped, who insisted they never picked up hitchhikers, only women with thumbs out, damsels in transportation distress, which was what the second woman said. And I thought, sure, fine, whatever. I wasn't going to mince words with anyone. There was no reason for that. She was on her way home from a hospital where she was a nurse, so I asked her what I'd been thinking about ever since that last day at the lab. What do they do with the blood? After they're done with it, I mean. What blood? She asked. When they test it. After they test it for disease or hormone levels or whatever. All those tubes of it. What happens? Well, they dispose of it. It's hazardous waste. But where does it go? Into a secure place. First a tube, then a hazardous waste container, then the containers are taken away by a company. They put it somewhere safe and secure, and no one ever touched.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.